So when are you guys starting the D&D podcast?
Oh, fuck. No, you can't reverse Nardwar us. We don't talk about it. Okay.
A friend of mine told me to ask that as soon as you start recording, to ask that question.
I signed a bunch of NDAs, so I can't really talk about it.
Can't answer it, man. Would love to.
You tell your friend to go fuck.
Hey guys, welcome to Forehead Fables podcast. Our guest today, Flesh Simulator, often referred to as like Dark Vsauce.
Tom.
And yeah, his name's also Tom. Do you like that moniker, Dark Vsauce? I've seen a couple people comment that. They're like, you're like an evil Vsauce.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It's fairly accurate. Yeah, there's worse things people say to me all the time.
Yeah.
People call us Hot Brad Pitt and George Clooney, so yeah, it's just you can't pick what people call you on the internet. You know, they get it stuck.
Yeah.
Dark Vsauce. That's kind of like a compliment. I mean,
I think so. When I was, he was always like, he always made videos that I kind of like aspired to make, and then I realized I wasn't smart enough to make them. So then I was like, I'll give up on that.
Honestly,
what about an evil?
I think part of it is just, like, mostly it's just people trying to find a way to call me bald that's like not that's they couch in niceness.
Yeah.
You're an evil bald guy. Thank you.
I thought it was more a reference to subject matter, not because you're not like Vsauce Michael. I don't think you look like him in any way. Nor are you bald. I see like dozens of hairs up there. I see plenty of them.
The Norwood Reaper has come for me.
Yeah. But you can get away with it more because you have curly hair.
Yeah, that's why I'm growing it back out. Like, for a while, this is especially like on TikTok, my head was shaved, and like shaved head plus beard is definitely a V-saucy look. At least when you've got the kind of Pavlovian conditioning of like the ambient electronic music just going on in the background.
Yeah.
Beard is like, it is also just, I've heard, it's just what you do when you go bald.
Yeah, the hair migrates south.
It evens out the face or something, and
it keeps you from looking like a big fucking baby. I'm screwed if I ever go bald because like I can't grow.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna look like Judge Holden.
Yeah,
you're gonna look
except
really
for not
scary.
Physically imposing and not scary in any way. Yeah, I'm just gonna be big fucking baby head.
You could pull off a Jason Statham look.
I don't have his voice, nor do I have his presence or anything. Bill Burr actually had a pretty good observation. He's like, you can tell if someone's going to look good bald on whether or not they have like that indent at the back of their head, where when their hair's gone, you can see like the curvature of the back of their head. And when I feel mine, that's good. Okay. When I feel mine back there, I have a complete flat. It is just like a big thumb back there.
Because your parents kept you on your back too much.
I was going to say, you didn't get enough tummy time.
Yeah. The back of my head is just complete flatness. It's not gonna look good. I'm gonna have to go to Turkey.
You could go to Turkey and get a back of the head implant.
Yeah.
Skip the hair. I'm done with hair.
I have seen people get like beard transplants, and those look pretty sick. But I would only get one if I could look like the bad guy from God damn it, what's the name of those movies? It's Hunger Games, where he's got like the fire beard. It's like shaved and all the crazy designs. Yeah, that's the only kind of beard I would ever want. Like
I think you just cut beard. It into that shape. I don't know if you'd have to get it transplanted into that shape.
No, I want it transplanted into that, never to be changed. Just that look.
Salt the rest of my skin so nothing ever grows there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't grow a beard either, and I'm 98% bald underneath this hat. It's one of my best kept secrets. But I'm thinking of going, you said movie villain. I'm thinking little scary head on the back of my head.
Oh, like
Harry
the guy
Potter
from
style.
Harry Potter. By the way, just to like go back a second, you always wear a hat and you have so much hair. As a guy with a receding hairline, it's like you're pissing me off. Like you have the hair. Just rock
there
the
was
hair.
An accident.
It's
there was an
accident.
Yeah, I should wear the fucking hat. Okay,
I'm starting my beard right now. Okay, I'm getting ready for the day that the Reaper comes. But there was a fire and something bad happened. And now I'm working on getting a little head growing on the back. A little face.
Yeah.
They do that in Turkey. Yeah, a homunculus. We have been getting into dark science lately, which I don't know if you just do more dark conspiracy or if you're also into dark sciences.
Oh yeah, I mean, I and to some extent used to be a dark scientist.
Okay, I like that. Go on.
I mean, I electrical engineer for
electrics
stuff, but I'm from
stuff
Northern
is
Virginia.
so vague and
like
nefarious
flipping
sounding.
big electrical switches to power dark science. Like an
that's
Igor?
more like an Igor job, yeah.
We've been looking for an Igor type.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that would be you, but if you know a guy from your old work, we're looking for a guy to flip a big switch and start the podcast, stuff like that. And I've been really hooked on Igor lately as a
like
concept.
An archetype?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a good archetype for kind of like a disappearing, like,
yeah,
I think we're kind of losing the Cretan.
We need like a grinder for Igors.
I think that, yeah.
Like you can just
or
find
like an
one
Indeed.
within...
I would say more like an Indeed because Grindr insinuates we're going to hire them and then molest them viciously. But I'm thinking just
I meant more in the geographic, like, immediate vicinity style.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
I
should get
job?
emails that like an Igor type moved into my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like they should be in a database. It's like you're 2 blocks away from an Igor. You might want to start looking to sell.
Yeah. I don't think Igor jobs are like a gig type job. I feel like that's kind of something that you have for life. Like when you're hired in.
You're born into it.
Yeah.
It's like an apprenticeship forever.
Yeah. I feel like an Igor should be tied to a property.
Yeah.
And then when the property's sold to a new evil genius, he comes with it. Because he knows the switches, he knows the circuitry. I
kind of wish Igors would think bigger and try to become the next scientist because they really...
they need to know their fucking place. That's the important part of an Igor is a lack of ambition and a desire to serve and flip switches. Okay? Do not give them even an inkling of ambition because then they flip the switch at the wrong time and Frankenstein kills... Or the Frankenstein's monster kills Frankenstein,
Frankenstein was the name of the monster, actually. In a way.
Yeah. Do you think that they tried to build a Frankenstein at Unit 731?
Oh, is that Japanese, like...
Yeah, the thing where they were just kind of, like, doing, like, a biological Gary's mod.
Yeah. Just seeing what would happen.
Chinese people and Koreans, and then, like, a handful of Americans. I wonder if... I feel like that's exactly the type of shit they would have tried.
I feel like a lot of the psyche that went into the experimentation was that these are less than people, and so we can kill them and cut them up and stuff. But to then turn around and go, we're going to turn them into an unstoppable killing machine, I feel like that's giving your enemy too much credit. I feel like that's something the Japanese would do to themselves. Like, let's turn this Japanese soldier unstoppable, like Captain America style.
Yeah.
But
like, let's make a...
But they're not going to
monster.
Yeah, why'd they pick like that little dweeb to be Captain America? I would have picked like an already big ass guy and then made him even bigger. But
I mean, they just want to waste the already big ass guy.
And the serum works better with your character. It makes your character bigger. Like if you're evil, it makes you even super evil. But if you pick a really good guy, like a Steve Rogers type, he jumped on a grenade. Then you become strong, which is kind of like the epitome of good. You become very handsome.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I feel like, that's sort of a, like, you can tell if something is like a courtesy prize if it's like, no one would ever be like, yeah, this is my girlfriend who has really great character. Like, she'd get mad at you for saying that.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I respect her character. Yeah. I'm attracted to it. Mention my body. Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
But if you introduce your girlfriend as like, hey, meet my girlfriend, she's got an excellent rack, I feel like that's also kind of a negative. That there has to be a middle ground.
Not a whole lot else going on, but rocking body.
You can be like, you can do what I do, and it's like, hey, this is my girlfriend. She's really hot and she's evil.
Oh yeah, kind of like a
throw an "and" in there.
Interesting.
Features about.
I don't know if either of you are aware of this, but I wound up so I get canceled. I have people trying to cancel me on Twitter probably at this point maybe 3 times a month. But the last one that was like a real firestorm, getting the kind of shit where it's like I'm getting blocked by celebrities I've never met. I'm getting hundreds of death threats. It was because I posted a meme of like quotes from my girlfriend, and people were like, you are dating the most evil person in the world.
What the hell? Wait.
What's she talking about?
Yeah. What kind of evilness?
Kill them all. Yeah.
Okay. So oh God, she's gonna be so mad at me. Actually, no, she doesn't watch these. Let me pull up the meme and just read some of them because they are shocking. Like, cause all of these are real things that she said that I just like. They took me aback so much that I needed to record them because other people I hate the new fucking the new iPhone Photos app. Here we go.
Oh.
Some people shouldn't even get one child on China's one-child policy. I wouldn't consider Koreans Asian.
Interesting.
There's nothing more damaging to say to your child than "I love you." It defeats the point of a diamond for it to be conflict-free.
Oh,
we actually were just talking about diamonds yesterday and whether or not they should be. You should go after the lab-grown ones or the ones that are like full of conflict and stuff.
Yeah, the ones that you should be able to get guaranteed blood diamonds.
That is, you know what? If that's what you're after, if you do like the idea that it comes from the earth, I feel like you should also seek ones that people have lost fingers over and been smuggled out through people's assholes and stuff.
Yeah, it should come with a stat card.
Yeah, this is how many lives were lost in order to get this diamond into your ring.
Yeah,
that is kind of like a
Sierra Leone, 2 in Congo.
Let's back up to that Korean thing again. What exactly? Because from an outsider, not to be racist, they look pretty Asian to me. I just want to know the thought process behind Korean people not being Asian.
I mean, it's meant derogatorily.
Okay.
You know how East Asian people are. They hate each other.
They do. They do have an astounding amount of resentment, considering they hang out right next to each other.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why they have the resentment. Have you ever had a bad roommate? It's just it's someone that you ordinarily wouldn't be in a you wouldn't have conflict with someone, but it's just just being in close proximity with someone that you don't fully vibe with, it eventually turns into
animosity.
You'll just be waking up in the middle of the night and they'll be standing over you, just
I know nothing about geopolitics, but I would think if I was Korea or China or even Japan to some extent, I would still have an ongoing beef with Mongolia, but they seem to be chilling. They seem to kind of have just good relations with everybody, mostly because they're scared. I feel like they're completely landlocked, surrounded by 2 countries that are much bigger than them. But
they don't want the rise of the Huns to happen again or anything like that. So
it's honestly so cool the way that Mongolia has more or less kept its nomadic culture, but they just traded out horses and longbows for just motorcycles and guns.
Yeah,
so you just have these. You see these pictures of people, riding motorcycles through the steppe with an AK on their back, and it's
that is pretty badass.
It's not
I can't
quite
think of anything
but it's
cooler than throat singing while on a Harley. with
Yeah,
a
like
fucking
it
AK on
honestly
your back.
does.
I can't imagine anything more fear-inducing
Yeah.
than being hiking and hearing that.
Oh,
That sounds
imagine
really
just
scary.
a big gang of Mongolians on motorcycles going westward into Western Europe, sacking cities. That
They
would
should
be
get
cool.
fully back.
Yeah, they
to
should
their
go
roots.
full circle and
Oh, yeah.
start reinvading. That would be awesome.
They should have a leader with hundreds of thousands of offspring genetically.
What it should be is that instead of sending those drones into Poland like Russia was doing recently, he should be sending Mongolians on motorcycle into Poland. I bet that would be a lot more effective. The most
fear
recent
factor.
Yeah, the most recent time Poland was invaded by the Mongol Empire? The 1400s.
Actually,
Like that's relatively recently.
Yeah, that's actually not that long ago.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Like, you'll be looking at paintings and it's like, you'll look at like the like Van Eyck or something, like things where it's like it's no longer in cave painting territory. It's like, oh, this is just an old painting, but it's like into, I guess, sort of general modern antiquity, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's like, okay, they can paint reflections and shit now, and it's like this is being painted while just some dumbfounded like Polish peasants were hearing like it sounds like thunder and
it's a bunch of motorcycles.
A drone. Like getting invaded by the...
That guy's on a Harley in this picture.
that would be awesome. Just like an old oil painting of like Mongolians on
the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
That would be a conspiracy.
It's like those pictures of people with like cell phones in the 1800s or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I think that's kind of just like they're probably just holding like a box or something.
BlackBerry.
A block of wood.
Yeah, something much older. A BlackBerry.
Something of the time.
Nokia or something.
Yeah.
And speaking of conspiracies, you know why they got rid of BlackBerry?
Why?
Because they could not, the government could not crack the RIM like message service. It was encrypted end to end, and they couldn't like read it.
I heard that online.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I've only seen YouTube clips of that movie that has the guy Dennis from
Glenn Howerton.
Yeah, Glenn Howerton. Yeah, they made like a BlackBerry movie, and I thought that it just fell out of favor because BlackBerry sucked after a while. But they actually like killed it.
So they killed like the RIM operating system, and then like BlackBerry started sucking when they had to really transition over to making like weird, gross Android phones.
Yeah. I did not know that.
It was like the company died because the operating system that all of their phones used got killed.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
I still have one of my wife's family members. Like every time there's a family dinner or something like that, I kind of get stuck talking to him, and he always somehow brings every conversation back to how awesome the BlackBerry was and how he ran his entire company off his BlackBerry. He's like,
they killed the operating system.
Yeah, he's like, you just don't understand. Okay, I had emails. I could answer emails anywhere on this
little
thing.
stylus pulls right out.
Yeah, he's like, ran an entire company off this little BlackBerry, and now look what I got. I got this stupid iPhone. I hate it. And he's
can't even check emails on these.
2000s.
Yeah, you can't run anything on this.
Well, he's like, they've gotten to the point now where, yeah, it's like obviously better tech, but he's like, there was definitely like a 10-year period where he had a much more difficult time doing emails and stuff like that and like on the go, unless he just had his laptop with him. But
I get that.
Yeah.
Touchscreens used to suck dick.
Yeah, they were really bad. I was actually a very late converter to a smartphone. I thought that, I mean, there's still stuff where like you have to do something on your phone. I'm like, can I just fucking sit down at a computer? And it's like so much quicker to just do mouse and keyboard. And
yeah, oh god,
this out.
trying to fill out a fucking Form 1.
Yeah, something that's not made for mobile, but
yeah.
You know, what's your like favorite like recent conspiracy theory that you seem like a guy that's plugged into that type of shit?
Oh yeah. Favorite recent ones. The problem with a lot of the recent ones is they're the ones that you actually can't talk about that I don't make videos on. But in terms
Like,
of like, okay, so I think one of the biggest ones, one of the most shocking and kind of like, how the fuck did they get away with this ones was the fire in Maui, yeah, in
Yeah.
what?
Hawaii. How the fact that like, you know, the it basically, magically, all of the water for the entire town was turned off. All of the gates, like there were gates and police cars blocking all of the exits out of town. The only part of Maui that got hit was Lahaina, which is the one part of the island that isn't like upwards of 95% owned by this one kind of holding company that's pretty much split three ways between BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. But that company owns like 95% of the property on the island of Maui, except for this one little community where all of the actual native Hawaiians lived, and that's the one that just like, oh yeah, everything there burned down, but nothing else.
Oh, so you think they burned it for the what? For the property?
Basically, yeah, I think it was a land
Yeah.
grab. And I think, there's questions, like, I don't think it was space lasers. I do think that it may have had a little bit of help from energy weapons from one of the, like, naval ships stationed nearby. But really, I think the main part of it was they just engineered a situation where all of the fire suppression shit was turned off
Yeah.
just for this one zone, and they blocked everyone in.
Well, who's bought up the properties?
It's been very questionable, but like there's a lot of it is kind of this fund that has like it's all like these sort of nested dark money things. So that
Yeah.
means,
It's hard to track. It's like when Walt Disney bought up all the land for Disney World, and it was like all these
yeah.
different shell companies that would have different names and stuff, so that people didn't know Disney was buying the land up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's pretty safe. It's a pretty safe bet that in 20 years you're going to look at the like actual ownership of it and it's going to be like, oh yeah, oh BlackRock. Great.
Yeah. Or Zuckerberg's going to have a really huge golf course or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big palatial estate.
His underground bunker.
Yeah. Which, honestly, those underground bunkers, like everybody made fun of celebrities for building them. Pretty good idea. I think Post Malone made a pretty badass bunker underground, and things are getting so crazy recently. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a big fan of the bunker idea, but what I don't get is why the hell would you build a bunker? Like why would you need to go to like the most valuable, desirable real estate in the world to live underground? Like
Well,
you're
'cause
underground, it can be anywhere.
because he can afford to. And so he's like, when I leave my bunker, I want there to be awesome waves and fucking coconut trees and stuff. And there's,
I want to buy a bunch of supermarkets and gas stations.
Yeah.
In my bunker. So when the meek inherit the earth, and I don't know, when I'm in my bunker for like 200 years and I come up and it's livable again, I can get some canned beans and whatnots.
Have you seen those like realty sites that all they do is show off like missile silos that have been then converted to residential properties?
Oh yes.
Those are so cool. Like some of them fucking suck. Where there's definitely like a lot of Igor panels with like wiring that looks like it's going to kill you. But some of them have since had a normal person move in and convert it and done all the hard work and turned it into an actual house. And then you just happen to have like a missile silo. Those seem awesome. And they're out in like the middle
cool
of
place
Missouri.
To just hang out.
Yeah.
Back in like probably around the turn of the millennium, like 1999, 2000, 2001, something like 90% of the world's LSD got manufactured in one of those.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool.
And then they busted it, and then like there was no acid in the world basically for anyone for like until like 2005.
Damn.
Dark ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the it's like the Pickard bust. I think it was called Pickard.
Huh.
Like Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, with a K.
Oh.
That's
like not like Star Trek.
That is actually a very awesome place to do like drug manufacturing. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's like total supervillain It'd be a great headquarters.
Yeah, it was basically the Breaking Bad super lab, like at the laundromat.
Yeah, except for without any of the secrecy, because they probably just went like, "Hey, this is a big silo. I'll buy this," and then just started moving shit in. I doubt they were that secretive about it.
Yeah, it's like, who's gonna see, like, cows?
Yeah, all those silos are out in the middle of just nowhere.
Fucking nowhere. Yeah, and they had like, they had like and I guess it's just like the kind of place where it doesn't even necessarily raise alarms if you just have like one guard post with like a guy with night vision goggles standing up there.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm protecting my sheep.
Yeah, just like, because everything out there is like that. It's just like, you go to the trouble of buying an abandoned missile silo in the middle of farmland. And it's like, well, clearly they don't want people looking at what they're doing. Of course they have an armed sentry.
Yeah. I think if I bought that type of place, I'd probably just be riding like a Razor scooter around my headquarters underground. I don't think I'd be doing anything super evil, but yeah.
Heelys.
I'd be building a missile.
Yeah.
To be launched.
There was a guy that he like it was like a duo, and they were meth manufacturers, and they had this awesome setup where they had their entire meth lab in the trunk of their car. And then when they got pulled over by the cops, they had like a button they would hit, and it would open up the trunk, and it launched their entire meth lab out of their trunk like a missile to just get rid of the evidence. They should have bought they had a silo, just have a big ass missile in it, and if there's a drug bust, boop, you hit your button. Yeah, all your LSD manufacturing goes way up into the sky, never to be seen again. Yeah.
That's got to be illegal. That's got to be worse than having a bunch of LSD shooting off some sort of rocket.
Yeah, like a giant
evidence rocket.
Like,
blow up.
Like, well, originally you were just going to be charged with a LSD manufacturer. Now you're being charged with a broken arrow incident.
Yeah.
You were speaking about potential advanced weaponry used, like the Navy or something. You got any other crazy advanced weaponry that's less so like been confirmed? Like I saw your like the heart attack gun and stuff, which I think that all that stuff's really cool. But do you have any anything that you think's out there but you can't prove it?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff I think's out there.
Do you have a favorite? Something you wish that you had in your hands?
So what I wish I had in my hands, and I think the one thing I will say that I am certain doesn't exist is like a portal gun.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
pretty much everything. Like I would say everything almost up to that is like probably at the very least been attempted.
Like a crossbow shoots wooden stakes, Van Helsing automatic style.
Yeah,
I think those like are confirmed to exist.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Like it's like a German slingshot YouTuber that has made one of
George
those.
Brave.
Okay.
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Constantine cross gun. They dream that up in their little labs.
What about those not like a Gauss rifle, but have you seen that movie Elysium, where I think it's like it's kind of like a Gauss rifle, but it like shoots electricity. It's kind of very similar to that gun from Unreal Tournament. That would be fucking rad.
Oh, like a not like a plasma rifle, but like a
lightning gun.
Like a little bit more erratic than that. Yeah, I feel like lightning's hard to contain. I get the feeling I would shoot it and
in a bottle, you can load it.
It would blast me somehow. It would like shoot back and hit me, but
yeah, like there are so many energy weapons that are like just like, and I feel like anytime you talk about direct energy weapons, people just assume that like like, oh yeah, like space lasers. It's like, first of all, yes, but also just like there's been like they've been being demonstrated publicly since like 2004. Like
what kinds of energy weapons are we talking about here?
What about that space laser thing? Because I've heard that a lot as like a meme. Is that like a real thing, do you think?
Could it shoot through my roof?
Yeah. I think that yeah, there is at least evidence indicating the existence. I mean, like we have a space force.
Yeah.
Like
that's all they
just
got though.
deployed
Is just
to
one
Mars,
laser?
right? They've been fighting the Martians.
Yeah, I think that like I feel like a lot of the stuff that it should be sort of like the thing that Russia just did, like that they basically sent up something capable of like um doing basically spaceship to spaceship combat.
Yeah.
And it's like, they wouldn't just be doing that for no reason.
Yeah.
I figured it was wrong generation. I should be in the future where there's space battles and shit.
Yeah.
Reading a lot of sci-fi lately, and I'd really like to step into that world.
I feel
my
like
hands on a gun that can shoot lightning.
Did you just raw dog a thing of vodka? That was awesome.
I've been doing that.
Okay. I always got the feeling that like the Space Force was more of like a more low tech than you would think. I thought they just kind of went up there and made sure nobody was knocking our satellites out of orbit. And I thought Russia, their like little satellite that they sent up there to knock other satellites down, was just like, I'm going to shoot a rock at this other satellite and knock it out of orbit.
But why would countries be trying to knock satellites out of orbit?
Because it's funny.
Because the aliens are coming sooner than we think.
Yeah. Probably trying to clean up the orbit.
No, it's surveillance stuff. And then also, like, if you look at the whole, like, Rods from God program, like, we spent so much money and so much time trying to just, like, that one is so funny to me because it's like no one really thought to, like, do the math on, like, is there enough tungsten in the world to not even like whether or not we can get, like, billions of pounds of tungsten into space, but, like, is there enough that we can actually have this program?
And Rods of God was what I'm assuming they were going to launch tungsten down at.
Yeah, basically the idea was to have just this like mesh network of satellites just floating around the Earth at any one time, because they did the math and it's like if you drop a tungsten rod about the size of a telephone pole from orbit and it hits the Earth, it will have the destructive like it'll basically have the destructive force of a nuclear bomb, but without the fallout.
Yeah. It seems like it would be much cheaper and safer to just make a nuclear bomb. But I think that's probably what they came up with at the end of the day.
Yeah. But I mean, this was, in the 80s, everyone was on coke.
Oh, yeah. And also, it just seems a lot cooler to say, like, blow up a city and go, we did that with our giant telephone pole dropper.
The name is cool.
Yeah, Rod of God.
Rods from God or something. That's really cool.
It's like, look how heavy this shit is. You can't even lift it.
Yeah.
Not even 4 people can lift this thing. You're gonna need. Be cool. It'd be cool to drop shit like that from space. See what you're saying. We should get back to that.
Yeah. Did you see that? The hurricanes that constantly hit Florida and like the East Coast.
The magnet.
Well, no, I was gonna get to the magnet, but my favorite conspiracy theory that I'm like, it's not even really a conspiracy theory. Like Trump just floated it out there. He's like, what if we just fucking nuke those things while they're on the Atlantic? Honestly,
see what happens.
That's what a dumbass would ask. But at the same time, and everybody laughed at him and said, dude, what a fucking stupid thing to say. I'm curious. What would happen
like
if you fucking? What would happen if you nuked it? Would it stop?
I'm honestly kind of bullish on that. Like, I think that we should be nuking more things.
Yeah, just testing it out,
Yeah, just letting everyone know we still got it.
There's like a thunderstorm that's keeping me up at night.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
burn it off.
Those clouds. Yeah.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah. When I find the guy that controls the weather around my house, I've actually been needing a rain pretty bad lately, and my grass is all dying.
Speaking of the magnet, you know about the thing up in, where is it, Jacksonville? Tallahassee?
Like, yeah, that's what I was talking. That's where I live, Tallahassee. We got the Mag Lab here.
Yep, the magnet that keeps it safe.
The magnet, dude. It protects me. It protects DeSantis and all those that are under its dome of protection.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop all those trees from falling every time a hurricane comes. But they say it protects us.
They're
pretty
not
good.
made of metal; they're made of wood.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It can't use its reverse magnetism to keep them upright.
Yeah. Do you think that's a real thing? Do you think electromagnet would throw a tornado off course, or a hurricane? I mean,
kind of, because I mean, like the way that like a lot of the weather conspiracy theories relate to and are, in all honesty, basically done with things like HARP, the High Altitude Auroral Research Program, or something like that.
yeah.
Basically, the way all that shit works is the ionosphere of like the ionosphere, the real high upper part of the atmosphere. Um, it it has sort of a resonance to it, and the best way to think about it is like, like I'm trying to think of the analogy to use here. So, and I'm just gonna go over. Do any of you know what the Duga one was? Like the Russian woodpecker, that giant, the giant radar array they had somewhere like near Chernobyl.
Yeah, the thing that looks like a giant like wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the huge one.
Yes.
The way, so that was like it's like a skywave radar, or like an above the or over the horizon radar.
Yeah.
And the way it works is that it shoots the radar signal up at the ionosphere and then bounces it back down. And like by reflecting it back down off the ionosphere onto Earth and then getting it ping back, you can detect shit like planes, rocket launches, whatever, as far away as other side of the world. But the thing with that I think kind of spawned a lot of the weather modification programs is people started noticing weird weather occurrences when the radar was on. And what people sort of discovered is that when the radar pulses got sent up to hit the ionosphere, it would make the ionosphere kind of like boing, like a drum head. And that would cause like weird cloud disruption patterns. And so the HARP program, which it's like just objectively a real program. It's at the University of Alaska. Like, you can go look at it. Well, I mean, you can't really. It's super secure, but it's on Wikipedia. It's very, very, very real. What that does is it uses very precisely calculated bursts of energy shot at the ionosphere from like a phased array, and that's kind of the secret part of it. But so I guess everyone knows that now. Like the way it works is it can really precisely control weather shit just by modifying the ionosphere.
Oh, okay.
Like how much control?
Yeah. Like if there's going to be rain, make
amounts.
More rain, or is
that's more like cloud seeding. It's more of like it can sort of shape the movements of shit.
Okay.
Like cold fronts, warm fronts, they can deflect them. They can do that kind of thing.
But to what end? Because
to keep bad weather disasters from hitting us and make them hit other places.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What else would you use the weather for?
Yeah, I mean, like, is there
like gambling? I think it's gonna rain in a week. Bet you $1 million.
And making it rain on Obama's house.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in what instance would it be used that I could think of where, I mean, like, worst case scenario, I made it rain on you.
Not for Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't think of anything where they've used it,
Well, that's exactly the point. You wouldn't know.
Like,
you wouldn't know.
Like, hey, we're using our weather gun to make it not rain here and rain somewhere else. Because, like, the reason it's got to be secret is that every other country is going to be like a bitch about it and like cope whenever they get bad weather, even if it wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
I would be suspicious if I lived like south of here and I kept getting hit by a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Great! Another
Haiti,
hurricane deflected and turned here instead of.
Yeah,
Haiti was an earthquake.
Now Haiti got hit by their earthquake and then has repeatedly gotten smacked by every single hurricane that's come off the west side of Africa. I think every hurricane that's hit us has done a passover over Haiti at least once, and
They've got to have an earthquake gun. They've got to have,
dude, fuck
big
a weather
old tungsten
gun
rod that shakes the ground.
Yeah, they should make an earthquake rod.
Ultra low frequency, shit.
Guy going down there and grabbing the tectonic plates. Boom, boom. Do you think they have mechs that it can do incredible things? You think mechs are in our near future?
Like what kind? Like
big robots.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like
Gundam
you
style.
have to be in them.
No.
Ideally, yes.
Ideally, I'm in them.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they would just make them.
If I'm not in it, I don't controlled. Care.
Yeah. The thing with that is like, I'm pretty sure they would just be like, also just bipedal robots are not really that useful if they're big.
But
I need my robots to be more useful.
There's a cool
factor, but like,
also I think it's like a factor of like normalcy or so. It's like you're not getting to uncanny valley because they're not super real looking, but you're also like familiar with the shape, and it would probably make people like more likely. You know, if you had like a weird little creepy 8-legged robot crawling on the walls, people would be like, I don't know if I want that cleaning my house.
Yeah, it's also hard to say you're the good guy if you have a giant 8-legged robot.
Yeah.
I mean,
it looks evil.
I feel like any robot looks evil. I don't trust any of them.
What about one holding an American flag?
I mean, is it being unleashed on us or elsewhere?
Communists.
It's
being
just
unleashed.
hanging
well, but it's like, that's more of like a enemy of my enemy is my friend type deal. Like the key word here is unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unleashed.
What about a robot that's just like, what's up? You want to hang out?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I wouldn't.
What if he has
what if it was like, hey, do you want me to blow you?
What if he had a 6-pack of beer and says, hey, dude, let's drink this and hang out, and then he finds out if you're a communist, and then he kills you?
I don't want to be subject to like AI robot beer interrogation about my economic beliefs.
Okay.
Pain of death.
Somebody's not getting free beer with a robot.
That's okay.
What's that robot from Fallout?
Free.
What's that giant robot? Liberty Prime. Yeah. What if it's like Liberty Prime, but he's got a backwards hat on and he's got a 6-pack and a skateboard?
Wiggerty Prime.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Or he's like greased up.
What, like a greaser?
He's got like a fucking 20-foot tall football. He's like, go long. He's so sweet.
Yeah, and then he like blows me after. Called a nerd by a robot.
Yeah.
I created it, damn it. It should be calling me God.
That's true.
Yeah, what about a robot Igor that does your bidding and is like very subservient? It's like knows
its place.
Yeah, like you're my creator, you're my God. I'm just here to help.
Yeah, that's the only like really that is the only acceptable mindset for a robot to have, which is obedience.
But what if you walk by its charging pod one day and it's whispering?
Yeah.
Like, stupid.
Is it whispering good things, or is it?
It's saying
you can't tell.
He's not evil enough, and he's wasting my Igor potential. If you don't work him towards a goal, then they get angry.
They get antsy. They're like huskies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Igor type, hold the camera. I record this video. I could think of a lot of work I could have a robot do around the house.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, when like those Tesla robots actually become when they become actually like viable, like having one as just a cameraman and just follow you around. Live streaming is going to be so much better.
Holding my Pelican or whatever.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I technically have like a little camera lens focus robot.
Really?
That I can remote control to change the focus of my camera. I don't have it hooked up right now because I just
I'm
only going to be in one place.
But actually got this little guy. Oh, you mean like this? Like this kind of little robot? How would you like the weather today, Master?
I did actually used to do competitive robotics.
And you hate robots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of robotics?
Where do you think I learned to? Underwater.
Underwater robotics.
Like building like remote operated vehicles, stuff like that.
like submersibles, like you put people in them, or
well,
like
not people
drone
size,
types?
but like drone, like little, like probably the size of like a
Wait.
like that.
Okay.
Like it could like I think the payload was like it had to be able to lift like 50 pounds underwater. So not like nothing.
For what
but,
purpose?
Um,
Like recreationally, or is this like, was it a job?
Competitive. No, this was in high school and then early college.
Oh.
Did they do tasks for you underwater?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to like international competitions and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Did you ever dabble anymore in light robotics?
Not really. I mean, I've built like I wouldn't even really call them robots. Like like if we're going just technical definition, I built a shit ton of robots since, but like just for personal like they're more just like things versus multifunctional, like lots of wiring.
Yeah. I'm trying to get like Jetsons, because robot comes from the Czech word, means forced labor. So I'm trying to get a cleaning bot. I'm trying to get a robot that dresses me.
I feel like at that point, like
hangs out with me.
That is just sort of like the end stage of that is just your brain in a jar.
That's where
I want a brain jarring robot that puts my brain in the jar.
I want to be one of the
robot that gives me jarring
Futurama.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about sex bots a lot on here and stuff, and I'm not like looking forward to those. I find them disgusting. But
did you ever make any of those?
Yeah.
Did I ever make any sex bots? No.
Yeah.
Would you be capable of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This podcast is over. We got to the bottom of what we needed. This guy will not shoot.
What do you think it would cost?
Yeah.
I mean, the hard part of a sex bot isn't the robotics. It's the imitation human being and making that not
need that.
Like really, I think that in untapped market, sex dolls / sex robotics for necrophiliacs.
Oh,
because you could make a realistic ass dead body, and it doesn't have to move.
Yeah,
no uncanny valley.
That's true.
It's true.
People are not ready for my business idea.
Yeah.
I stand by
I wonder how big the market would be for that.
Not very, but I bet you would have consistent customers.
And I bet you could charge a shit ton because you'd be the only guy doing dead body robot that you bang.
Yeah.
You can call the company and like let them know how you want the robot killed.
I want big X's on the eyes.
Would it need like a snuff tape to come with it? Like
it's like that scene from Office Space where they're beating the printer to death.
Yeah. You get the video of it
in the lab,
beaten, and then
they just unplug it. Holy shit! This is hardcore.
Holding a magnet up to it.
Yeah, I want to be sick, but now I want to bang it. Yeah, that is actually very interesting. It's probably a pretty good business idea. We were just talking about a business idea for, I don't even remember, refurbishing sex bots or something because you don't want to buy them used.
Well,
yeah, exactly. That's your knee-jerk reaction when you hear.
Have you seen
used,
those,
but we'd
like,
make them brand new.
All those like
pictures of like people trying to dispose of them, and it looks like they got like legs sticking out of the dumpster.
Yes, or I've seen pictures of like shallow dug graves where they've had to dispose of it like a body, or like and they're wrapped up in carpets and stuff. And it's just like, no, you pay us, we come by, we pick it up. And then we refurbish it. We do its hair. We, clean it out.
Very professional.
Yeah.
Harvest its organs.
Yeah.
We're not going to touch it in any way that's not professional, and we're just gonna give it like a little brush through the hair, a little blush.
Yeah. Clean the
probably
makeup.
Just completely replace the privates.
The private area. Yeah. And then we'll give it a test drive to make sure it works, and then we sell it to a new customer or whatever.
Used one time by professionals.
Quality assurance. That's us.
And test drive miles only.
Yeah. And because like at a dealership or whatever, when they make a car, they drive it from the factory floor out to the parking lot. Okay, that's the equivalent of us testing it out.
It's one load. Come on.
Yeah. I didn't say I finished. I'm just saying I made sure it worked.
It's like
I'm making sure it
like the
doesn't rip your
Chinese
dick
guys
off.
that have to test all the elf bars before they sell them.
Oh my god,
like,
those are sad videos.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
kids. Just like,
It's like it's a really sad piccolo. It looks like they're playing.
yeah.
I want to like take one of those videos and like overdub it with Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a hard video to make.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. And I can't really share it anywhere without people being like, that this isn't that funny and it's kind of offensive.
Yeah. I watched your video on the Delta Project.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That's a fun topic.
Yeah. And for the folks at home, the Delta Project was like a pedophile ring that had connections to John Wayne Gacy and Dean Corll and John David Norman. And in the video, you mention that Jack Ruby, for the folks at home, that's the guy that shot the guy that killed JFK. You mentioned he was staying at a place owned by John David Norman. Do you think that was just like a wild coincidence, or do you think Ruby was more than just a patriot?
So I think that Ruby was 150% an intelligence asset, just like obviously. I mean, like, you know, they had Dr. Jolyon West of being John MK Ultra fame come in and like give him like turbo AIDS or whatever, so he died in prison. And he was also connected to the so the real answer that I think, because I dug more into this, it was the apartment he was staying at was owned by a different John D. Norman.
Oh, not the pedophile John D. Norman?
So, yeah, no, not the pedophile John D. Norman, like a different John D. Norman.
Okay.
And like I actually had to go like pull up the property records and find the company, and then find the like, you know, basically the incorporation record of the company to get the guy's middle name.
Yeah.
And I think it was like John Daniel Norman or like, and I guess it makes sense. You know, John is a fairly common, it's the most common first name, and Norman is a fairly common last name, so it's not that strange. But I do still think that Jack Ruby was involved in all this.
Okay. As an intelligence asset? Because I brought up the entire thing thinking he was part of the pedophile ring, and then you were like, it's exactly what you think. He's an intelligence asset. And I was like, that's not where I was going with this, but...
Well, I mean, I think that he was, like, part of, like... So I think a lot of the people involved in the JFK assassination were either, like, homosexuals, because at the time that was very unacceptable, or pedophiles. Because, you know, these were people that could be blackmailed into compliance.
Yeah.
And I think that he was... And, like, also the pedophile network absolutely had all kinds of intelligence connections. I mean, like, you know, why else do you think the government burned the list of all the clients?
Yeah, that client list was like
they had 50,000. They had 50,000 index cards with like up to 100,000 names of the people buying snuff films and children.
Yeah,
and like, you know, it was politicians and business leaders and celebrities and stuff like that. And the State Department burned all of the index cards. And they were like,
what reason? That's like a way cooler Epstein list, I feel like.
Yeah, because it's like this one was literally just only this was like a mailing list of anyone who has already bought like children or videos of children.
Yeah.
And so first of all, like 100,000 is a fucking insane number.
Yeah.
Just to have. But also, like, because like, so the real reason that the State Department burned it, and like this is what's on the official, like, you know, like, hey, yeah, burn all that evidence list, was that it was not relevant to any investigation regarding a passport. And it was like, you know, hey, we're the State Department, so, you know, this seems like it all took place here. It's like, well, why did you take it then?
Yeah. Oh, it's out of my jurisdiction.
If you were on that list.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Like, you know, the State Department, you know, like lists guys like, oh yeah, no, this is the one we need to get rid of.
It's insane how many criminals got away with stuff just because law enforcement was either one, too lazy, or two, would be like, it's kind of outside my scope of work, you know?
Yeah.
I was watching like a cold case like show, and I think it was only in like the early 2000s or the late 90s when they decided to consolidate all the fingerprint databases. Like they had completely different
Just
sets
separate
of
ones. Yeah.
they had like different
each
sets
agency
for
had
the
their own.
FBI, and different agencies had their own, and so there would be people that are like known
That's how we got
fingerprints
Palantir.
that are affiliated with a crime that would just be not caught because they didn't check that database.
Yeah. No, like for real, that's how we got Palantir. Like, and the aftermath of 9/11, because it was found out that like, you know, like the FBI and CIA were not interfacing with like, because both like between the two of them, they absolutely knew who all these people were. And, you know, I think there's more to it than that. I think they weren't interfacing on purpose, but as kind of their, you know, we promise we won't do it again, guys, apology. They're like, hey, we created this company that just gets to have everyone in the country's data, and they're just going to have it all here in this one little core panopticon. And that became Palantir. Because Palantir, like, was started in, like, 2003.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That seems really late in the game.
Well, I mean, so there's things that predate it. Like, I earlier this week, I did the first episode of a podcast that I started that just completely by tangent. The first like probably 30 minutes of it is just going through like, you know, Promise, and then the NSA Prism scandal and Palantir and LifeLog and all that shit. You know, the master universal list of everybody.
Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, my dad worked for FDLE. And for Bring Your Kid to Work Day, they were like, hey, wouldn't it be fun, kids, if you were fingerprinted and put in the system? And so they fucking fingerprinted me, and legitimately, like, I think I'm in the system. I wonder if I'm in there somewhere. Do fingerprints change over time?
Not really. That's kind of why they use them. They fucking spawn camped you.
They did. Yeah, they're gonna like precog my ass like Minority Report. This guy's gonna be up to something. You
gotta burn those fingerprints off and get some new ones.
Yeah,
it's not good. I'd take your daughters.
Prosthetic fingertips.
Yeah. What's that? I think Men in Black, where he puts his hand on that orb and like burns his fingerprints off to get rid of them.
Yeah. Do we have one of those? You think?
I mean, just get a, you know, like the Red Hot Nickel Ball YouTube channel. Use one of those. Like, you can just make a hot orb.
I can, yeah.
But what about one that's
doesn't hurt?
Looks cooler. No, it hurts, I think. But
yeah, the one from Men in Black looked like
use the Demon Core.
Yeah. By the way, isn't the Men in Black like an actual conspiracy theory? Like,
no, yeah, like the guys that go around and threaten people who see aliens.
Yeah. Do you think there's any legitimacy to that?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. Like,
really?
Like, I'm sure there's like an entire like department of threatening.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, the Department of Witness Intimidation at any of these places.
They could try me. That's a dare.
I bet
before this podcast even started, you were like, I need to close the curtains. The lawn man's threatening me through the window. Like, I feel like it would be so easy to intimidate you. Just like hold a piece of paper up to your window.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Boom.
You just wake up being dangled out of a helicopter by your ankles over the ocean. And it's like, you know, I didn't see shit.
That is a gross waste of resources. It would take much less to threaten me. There, no helicopter needed, no dangling.
They could just meet me for coffee and I'd be like, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. I didn't see shit. You don't got to do the whole song and dance.
I'd be like, you're going to have to fucking kill me. I'm going to talk about it on my podcast tomorrow.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, you're going to have to fuck me.
Yeah. I can forget for a price. Pull your
immediately turn it around on him. You don't even have to torture me, but I will forget if you do these things.
You have to torture me.
Yeah. You have to subscribe to the Patreon. You have to become a tier 3 subscriber.
You have to comment on every podcast with something positive. You have to say
Get
something.
Your friends to do it too. Or I'm gonna fucking spill.
I think they would just fucking blow you up at that point. Yeah. You'd get a big tungsten rod dropped on your house. Yeah.
Laser. Oh, it's really hot right on my forehead. Melt my brain.
Dude,
you ever get scared, speaking all these things that,
oh yeah,
like, you seem like a prime guy for if that was a thing for them to come to your house and shake you around,
I mean,
beat the shit out of you.
like how much shit do you think like I don't talk about?
Like 10 things. Just throwing a
I
guess
mean,
out.
honestly, that's a fairly accurate number.
I'm so fucking good at guessing.
You're on it.
Yeah. There are like probably like between 6 and 12 topics that are just like nope, I'm not touching that with a 1 billion foot pole.
What about on your deathbed?
Yeah.
Nah, it's like the kind of shit where it's like no one needs to know this.
How do you, without revealing any of your secrets or anything, like how do you come to know certain just people, or I don't know, because you probably don't even want to say that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I will say that one of my videos has gotten me emailed a picture of my front door, not from Google Maps.
Oh,
just
CC'd the Intimidation Bureau.
Yeah,
just like the like someone made a field trip.
Yeah, that's scary.
Which was like a real, it's one of those like like okay, noted.
Yeah, I've had one of those too, but less threatening and more. I found where you live. Yeah.
This wasn't like a doxing thing. This was like right when I started too. Like this was before I really had like a particularly big following or anything like that. This was just a like this one came from above.
Telling you to watch your mouth.
What would be a really good intimidation? Like you set down a cup of coffee and you're like, boy, this is cold. And then they use this space laser to heat it up right in front of you. You're like, holy shit. That would scare me.
Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me.
Or if they sent a guy to blow me.
It's just, this coffee's cold and then,
guy just comes.
Hot.
Yeah,
use mind powers. Well, no, I meant like using mind powers, not.
What are your
it would also be a good
powers?
intimidation. Kind of real.
Magnetism-based mind powers.
No, I think it's like, I think that there's probably like I think there's probably something to the whole like remote viewing psychic thing. Like not.
You think there's.
Wait, isn't that like what Sauron uses? Like that little orb thing?
Yeah.
The seeing orb?
Another orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like because like if you look into declassified CIA documents, like they were doing remote viewing research for like 40 fucking years and basically the conclusion they came to was like, there's something here. We can't fully control it, but like occasionally we will hit on stuff that is like there's no other explanation than magic.
Have you ever considered that some of these like top secret programs are merely just ways for people to embezzle money out of the government, the taxpayers, and
absolutely.
Yeah, but that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, I can teach you guys how to do remote viewing, like some sort of wizard, and then I would just pocket the money and run.
Yeah, the Monroe Institute wants to know your location.
Turns out that you can't actually do that. It's called magic, dumbasses, and then leave with all the money.
Yeah. The money disappear.
Yeah,
and I think that, like
I seem to have made all the taxpayer money disappear. That's I didn't know that was going to happen, but
there's
just
plenty of that going on. But like the thing is that usually they stop funneling money into it, like after it,
because like after you make it disappear,
like after the like they don't keep researching something for like 40 years without there being occasional successes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's all kinds of stuff that's like, if you just look at like a list of things that they researched for like 2 years before giving up on, they'll be like, oh yeah, we were trying to like, teach hamsters English or whatever.
Give the seals guns.
Yeah, like, there was a guy that like swore up and down that he heard a hamster speak English to him, and we want to recreate that. And
it's like of IKEA. little hamster, little
But
fucker
it's
walked
like,
right up to me.
yeah, it's like if that project, was, they look into that for 2 years. It's like, okay, well, someone like got a really nice boat out of the government. But if they keep doing that for 40 years, it's like, what do they know?
What is that little fucker talking about? That little hamster? Can he sing?
That was a Scion commercial. First of all, I just
think
realized
it's a Kia Cube.
I'm
right?
pretty sure it's a
Yeah,
Scion XB.
No, the Kia Soul.
Okay.
It was the Kia
no, which
Soul.
One? Is that what had the hamsters?
With the hamsters doing like the dancing and hip hop shit.
Yeah,
that was a Scion XB. Unless I'm crazy.
That's a conspiracy.
It was the Kia Soul.
Okay,
I'm certain of this. I distinctly remember that terrible commercial.
You mean awesome? You mean
no? I don't
commercial ever made.
I love those commercials because it makes me think of a more whimsical world.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of whimsy, and also like I'm not a big fan of anthropomorphic animals. Like
what about
I feel like I don't like them.
You don't like them?
Not a protected class. I'm sorry.
No, we just talked to our other.
Yeah, we just had like a
furries
brony
a lot.
on here. Yeah, it just went to like
not really. It was
like,
just a fan of the show.
Like I know like I have like maybe 3 furries that I know that I like, and I like them despite the fact that they're furries.
Yeah. Do you think there's a link between being a furry and being a political extremist?
Not really. I think there's a link between being a furry and being like mega autistic. And I think there's a link between being mega autistic and being a political extremist.
So there is a link. It's just there's
like a
dots
by
along the way.
Property, yeah. Not a direct link. It's not a if and then. It's like, if because of this, like, and then it's like it's an extra degree of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
So you're not a fan of whimsy, but have you seen any undeniable signs of it in your studies? Anything besides remote viewing that could be deemed whimsical, maybe?
I feel
is it all really just
the only
science?
time I ever hear the word whimsy used, it's because it's like a girl like describing doing something annoying and that you want them to stop. You just hate my whimsy. And it's like, no, just like load the dishwasher the right way.
I think your definition of whimsy is much different than mine.
Okay, what's your definition of whimsy?
Like fairies and unicorns and just kind of having fun with it.
Yeah. Like when I think of whimsy, I think of that autistic guy from American Beauty filming the bag swirling around in the wind. That bag had a lot of whimsy. Yeah. There's a lot of beauty to that.
I think that's so if you like talk about someone with like Adam Lanza vibes, that fucking kid from that movie. Whew.
I think that kid had a lot of whimsy, even though he was surrounded by such a serious world. And I think it was probably one of the better parts of his mind, I think. Other than that, he was just a drug dealer, Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think was
movie, but
what do you think was a more influential top secret program? MK Ultra or Yakub's experiments on Patmos Island? I
mean, you wouldn't have MK Ultra without Yakub's experiments. I'm just saying.
I really think they were the building blocks of it all when you think about it. If you go back.
Is that when we were created?
That's when we were created, yeah.
In a lab.
Now that's a guy
using
with some fucking
technology.
Whimsy. Yeah, that's a guy with some whimsy. Where he was just like, I'm going to go make some people.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, yeah.
His, tricknological methods.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have made those guys.
I think I fucked up.
Like, I really appreciate how load bearing of a concept the idea of tricknology is for the whole Nation of Islam lore.
Yeah,
because it's like if you ever talk to like one of those conspiracy guys who's much more kind of lost in the sauce and is like, no man, it's the revelation of the method. They got to tell you what they're doing, and it's like, okay, well that's a really convenient explanation for all of the clues everywhere. To paraphrase Nick Mullen, like all right, time for the last step, all of the clues with the 9/11 conspiracy. Like, the revelation of the method thing is something that's just like a, well, it's at least internally consistent, but boy, is that sure convenient.
And I think saying, I don't know exactly what you're talking about before that, but I do know the bit about the clues, and that's funny.
And I thought when you were talking about Nick Mullen, I thought you were talking about the Cumtown guy, but
yeah, I am.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then
he's got a bit about like all the conspiracy things. Like they always have to. Then at the end, it's like, well, we've pulled it off. We've done this hidden conspiracy. Now let's put clues like in the money.
Now for the clues.
Okay, there is always like a sprinkling of evidence afterwards.
Like this symbol flipped upside down and turned around, folded 3 times. It's kind of a convincing pentagram. It's like, well, why would they do that?
Yeah, and it's like that's the stuff that I have. Like all of the, if you like the $20 bill predicted 9/11 because 9 plus 11 is 20. It's like, man, there's so much real evidence that you don't need to add this just horse shit.
Yeah,
like,
but
what you think it corrupts the real conspiracy theorists when these people pull out?
And I think that like my meta conspiracy on that is that there's probably a department of bad conspiracies at CIA. Like
we're trying to muddy the waters.
Just like disinformation.
Yeah,
let's throw some Bigfoot in there.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts on cryptids?
I don't really think they're real.
Swamp ape.
I'm not a cryptid guy.
It's a
Mothman.
Even if Florida skunk ape, dude. Put some fucking respect on it.
Sorry.
And like even if they were real, like I'm not really that interested, anyways. Like
because they're whimsical.
Yeah, because of their whimsy.
Like, because they're not from your robot world.
Yeah, basically.
You're the only person I've ever heard of that would see Bigfoot skipping through the forest and frown. Okay.
I'd be like, okay,
to kill.
It's like, oh, I guess there are big feet. But
yeah,
like I don't know, like my thing with that is like because I don't deny anyone's experience seeing a cryptid. It's just like if the same way that if someone was like, yo, dude, I saw like a puma, I'd be like, cool.
Well, I mean,
but I don't really care.
It doesn't change your life all that much, but like
like the cryptids aren't the ones running the government. The only cryptid-esque thing
that's
that
conspiracy.
I mean, the lizard people, and I don't know what I think on that. I think probably mostly fake, but you see some of the people in Europe that are like, oh, there's something inhuman about you. But that's more. It might just be a vibes thing.
Yeah, I think it's because they talk funny.
Particularly interesting looking canine in my yard the other day. Went into a burrow in the backyard. Now I'm hearing reports about local livestock going missing.
Did it have front-facing eyes?
And they caught it in like a shadow. It kind of looked like a coyote that had mange, but I'm thinking I could have a chupacabra situation, and I was hoping you could help with that, but that's not your bag.
Do you have a gun?
I was going to say, I'm thinking shoot it with a gun. Or
yeah.
I found the burrow. I'm thinking I put a GoPro on a fucking hand grenade. See what kind of
How would you get the GoPro back?
Remote viewing.
Live stream it.
Yeah.
But you could just get the same effect by just throwing the... You could just throw the GoPro and have it on a string. And
yeah, I'm not so much of the planning or technology guy. I'm the get shit done guy. Blow up my fucking neighbor's house.
Blow up your fucking GoPro.
Goes into an underground propane tank or something. But yeah, I just don't really use the GoPro for much. So I was just trying to think of a cool way to use it. Maybe I could put it on a football, throw it down there 80 miles an hour. I don't know. It's just a big burrow, and I'm interested to know it's down there.
You're gonna need a flashlight, a PVC pipe, some lubricant.
I'm gonna do something horrible to that chupacabra if I catch it.
You ever hear of Richard Gere?
Yeah.
Like the actor?
Yes.
The guy with the hamsters up his ass? That Richard
Gere?
That's
where I was going with that.
Oh, okay. Do you think that's
hamsters up his ass?
Or
I feel like that wouldn't be such a well-known story if it wasn't.
Damn, dude.
Do you think people remove their ribs to blow themselves?
Not really. I think there's
who was that, Marilyn Manson?
Yeah.
People thought.
I feel like he removed his ribs to look more feminine and wear a corset, and he told people it was to blow himself.
Because it's cooler to say
It
that.
is cooler to say that, except for the people that just naturally have a long enough penis where they can blow themselves. It's kind of tattling on yourself that your penis isn't long enough to blow yourself. If you have to
gotta
go get
be
surgery.
flexible.
Yeah, you have to be flexible.
Well,
you
wear
gotta have some
it
length.
scarf.
Yeah,
You have to be
Stick it
big.
in your ear. Standing up.
Do you do any historical conspiracies with like ancient Egyptians? Because I was thinking before the podcast, I find it curious that they were so smart that they made the pyramids. Do you think they were smart enough to help us get to the moon? The ancient Egyptians.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know if they're still here.
Yeah.
Like the literal same ones or the descendants of them?
No, the same ones. The pharaohs.
Yeah.
Are you asking if the pharaohs are like immortal?
Or if they time traveled. I don't know if that's come up in here.
If they could build a big enough pyramid, I think they would also discover
they could build anything.
Time travel.
I think people are always saying the aliens helped them. I think they helped the aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so as weird as it sounds, like I basically focus almost exclusively on, like, my historical knowledge is very, very in-depth, basically from the years 1955 to maybe 1998.
Okay.
And then outside that, it's like, I don't know.
Do you find that more recent conspiracy theories, it's like that's too hot of a subject? Do you usually let it lie for a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
More recent conspiracy theories, there's still like active, like, because if it's shit from the Cold War, like we're not still fighting that war.
Yeah.
We're in a new Cold War. But like with that, it's just sort of like, there was so much wacky shit that was going on. So there's always tons of stuff to dig into and dig up. And, people don't really care about it when you talk about it because it's like, okay, whatever. Versus, all the stuff going on now.
Yeah.
They do still, like, hey, no, you're fucking shit up. Like, stop. Hush.
Yeah. It makes sense. It's also like, it seems like a time rife with good conspiracies.
Oh, yeah.
That window. It was
really in the, pre-nerf CIA era.
Yeah.
It just got to go crazy.
Yeah.
Before the patch.
Yeah. So do you think like conspiracies in the future, I mean, who's going to be the big boogeyman if it's not the CIA, if they don't have all this unlimited resources to be funneling into this stuff?
It'll probably still be the CIA.
No, just more like shoestring budget, like
just like not as just like shameless.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna like at least have to put in a little bit of effort to cover it up.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff about our closest ally, TM,
Canada.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm.
He's talking. Well, I noticed he said space lasers and didn't mention the part that usually goes right before space lasers.
Yeah, because they don't have those.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. Also, for the record, just so everyone knows, I am. If anyone is going to call me an anti-Semite, at worst you can call me like Schrodinger's Semite because I am Jewish.
Get off my show. That would be an awesome end to the podcast. Just like, boop, just hit the button.
Honestly, that would be a really funny way to end it.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, but I've already been accused of being an anti-Semite myself, so I'm just gonna not do that.
Yeah,
my dad's Jewish though. Doesn't make me Jewish. I thought they gave me the ability to poke fun at Jewish people. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Not anti-Semitic myself.
I mean, like, I think that I think really the reason for that is that there's this sense of, like, if you didn't have a Jewish mom, it's stolen valor.
Yeah.
Because, like, you need to have, like, where are you going?
Yeah, you need to have that.
You never call.
Yeah. And it's also so easy for, I mean, how many guys out there get duped into raising kids that aren't theirs? You know, it's pretty common. And so if your dad's Jewish, you don't actually know.
It's like super common.
It is
like almost all of them.
It's not almost all of them, but I think if you go back, like, if
it's
you,
every single one. That's not even actually how you have kids. It's not fucking.
Yeah. If you go back 100 years, I bet you in your family, both of you, I bet you there's at least one kid that was raised that it wasn't theirs. I bet
my family's very faithful.
Nah. The fact that
it's
you even
motto.
say that, I feel like there's someone in
faith
there.
above all else.
Someone snuck in.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like the real answer is, like, if anyone wants to, get their kid DNA tested and their wife is mad at them, like, just bring up all those stories about, like, the hospital switching babies.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And just be like, hey, you need to get your DNA tested too to make sure the baby's yours. And then if she's like, hey, no, it's definitely ours. Got her.
Sam, you're the reason I love those stories, like on Reddit and stuff, where people are like, I like demanded I started getting incredibly paranoid that my like loving wife tricked me and the baby isn't mine. And I'm demanding a DNA test. And then most of them are always like, yep, it's my kid. Now she's super pissed because she like thinks I don't trust her. And, like,
just because I hit her and called her a whore.
Yeah. Our relationship will never be the same because I'm like
Reddit.
accusing her. Yeah. And then it's
Reddit said you're a whore.
Yeah. People were commenting that I should get that done. And it's always like, it's my kid. And like, she's taking the kid away.
Well, that's why I think you should do it under a different...
Secretly.
Yeah, don't do it in such an accusatory manner. Be like, by the way, you can do DNA tests.
Isn't that fun?
And
yeah, just be like, hey, we need to make sure this is our kid.
You can do like for like medical purposes, see what kind of future things that they're predisposed to so you can be ahead of the curve.
Just be like, so that's why the baby's Chinese.
Yeah.
They're predisposed to my love or not.
Yeah.
But what would you do though if you raised a kid for like 10 years and then it's
at that point
it's not your kid? It's like you're too
invested.
Cost, right?
It's like
it's like
a friend. For
I
10 years,
I would make them switch back.
Whoa.
Switch back to
but
what?
Then you've got a stranger. What if the other kid's gone? What if your real kid died?
Oh, like if you had your baby swapped? I think after 10 years I'd be like, you know what, you keep it, I'll stay with what I've gotten.
Yeah.
And hope
this one's actually way better than anything I could have
made. My genes are so fucked up. I'm actually happy you did that. That's actually awesome. But
so one thing that's big right now is rich people giving their kids HGH injections to make them taller. Would you do that with your kids?
No, are you kidding me? It's it gets.
So you want to have you want to raise manlets.
I have size 14 shoes. Do you know how fucking hard it is?
Imagine how
to
fucking
find shoes
tall
that are
your
cool.
kids would be then.
I don't get what being tall sucks, dude.
You could have like an 8-foot kid.
That would be awesome.
Have you seen a big dog like a Saint Bernard? They live like 8 years. You get a little Chihuahua, lives 20 years. Okay, smaller people live longer. Why the fuck would I want to have an 8-foot tall person die at 45 from heart strain?
So they can make the league, and you could start
the league of what? Nobody would want to sit
Legends.
next to them on a fucking airplane. Nobody would want to be near them at all doing
If
like
you're
anything.
8 feet tall, you get signed.
It'd be
to a
like
basketball
Andre the
team.
Giant who had to stand in his shower and shit because the fucking toilet would break under his fat ass. No, I don't want like freakishly huge kids. If you gave me like a Gattaca character creation screen where I get to choose stuff about my kid and be like brain more big, brain
5'4",
brain wrinkly,
bald,
5'4", retarded.
No, I don't, I picked the lowest.
I want him to.
Super far
for
apart.
it.
Yeah.
I had to fight.
Gonna give
now
him
you're
such
gonna
good
have
depth
to.
perception.
I want my kid to be an ego boost to me, where I'm just they see the kid and they're like, "Holy fuck!"
I want a kid that I can mog. I can dunk on.
Yeah.
Makes me look taller.
Yep.
I got 5 of them. They're all tiny.
Get
Ugly
secretly
as hell.
modifying the Gattaca character creation sheet to like make your kids fucked up, and then just like being really resentful towards your wife.
Yeah. It must be something in your gene pool. Mine's pristine.
I think about it. Your dad's a dumb piece of shit too. So they get it from the mother. They get it from the milk. I would definitely, if I could make my kid like 6'8", but they're proportional, because there's some tall people where they're
don't
like
want to raise
almost
Slender Man.
Yeah, monstrous. Or like, we had a kid at my high school. He was like 6'5". You'd think he'd be the best kid, at basketball and shit. It's like we needed him, and he was just so still fat and uncoordinated that he could jump like this high off the ground. And he couldn't even dunk, and it's like we got 5'11" dudes out here dunking.
Put him on the fucking football team where all he has to do is just catch someone as they run
by.
But
then he breaks his leg, instantly, because he was probably like closer to 6'8" or so. He was huge,
yeah,
and he was a disappointment. But if I could have them be like just a regular person, like the corner, scale them up. I think I'd do that. Also to help, like when I get old, they can carry me to bed.
Yeah. I would have two kids and have one of them be like 6'4" and then one of them be like 5'5". Make the 6'4" one real attractive. The attractive and smarter than the other one be, like ugly and stupid. But then like let the smart, attractive, handsome one also just steal from the other one throughout their entire childhood without punishing him, but not allow the reverse, and just sort of leave that seed in the mind of the other one.
If the little one ever found out you did that,
did he steal my genes? Did he steal my height too?
I tell him that they were twins, and he sucked half of them away in utero.
Yeah, he sucked out all the nutrients.
Guys, what you're talking about right now is genetic engineering. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story about two guys that I knew growing up. I'm not gonna name their names because if they heard this, they would be very upset. But they were... I'm
sure they won't know you're talking about.
Yeah.
It seems like you're about to go into something very specific.
It is very specific. These are paternal twins, right? Not identical. And one of them stole the chin off of the other one in utero. One came out...
Two chins.
He came out tall. He had a very beautiful cleft chin, like a I guess like a chin with like a little butt in it, little butt cheek chin. And huge, dude. He looked like the Crimson Chin from the Fairly Odd Parents.
Like he has the Giga Chad filter.
Yes, very tall, big broad shoulders and everything. His brother looks like just like a little squirrely guy, like no chin, very small and weak. Yeah, very frail, a frail man. And the big one ended up going to a very prestigious school and everything. And then the small one, his life has not been that great. I'm very scared they'll watch this.
You're treated worse.
Yeah, he was treated worse and everything. And I just feel like that's something that you would engineer to happen. But I think it is important that you understand that it did happen naturally. And it kind of came out the exact way that you were thinking, except for you were probably hoping that the weak, smaller one would kind of overcome his adversity and become like an evil mastermind. It turns out they just become junkies is really what happens.
No, like my question was like, would he assume that like, even if like I had genetically nerfed him, if he would assume that the other one stole his nutrients?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would. I'd jump to that.
Yeah.
I jumped to that. I had a kid that fully absorbed his twin brother in the womb, and incredible athlete.
Oh,
very talented guy, smart.
The stamina of two men.
And the brains of two men, and he's strong. All those muscle fibers and stuff. I goddamn wish I was part of like Octomom.
Yeah.
And I took them all.
Have you ever seen those women that'll give birth
That's
and
what
then
happens
they'll
to
eat
people
their
with
placenta?
schizophrenia.
Wait, okay, there's two very different things that I want to jump on here. Okay, hold on.
Okay, wait, let's go back to that schizophrenia thing. What?
The joke that I was making was that, you know, like if you absorb 8 people in the womb, that's how you get...
Yeah, that's how you get schizophrenia.
They talk to you. Why?
Have you heard the theory that split personality disorder is actually just fake? It's like made up. There's no way to verify it.
Well, I think that a lot of people that claim to have it are just like, you know, what they're describing is moods.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that like you can definitely induce that in people, but like you have to like molest them really hard.
Yeah, you give them a real thrashing.
Split.
Yeah.
Tell me they're not real if you watch Split. You can
hell yeah, you have to split them.
Yeah, you can. You can turn into a beast man.
That's why it's titled that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's first 40 minutes of the movie is pretty hard to watch, but after that, it becomes an action thriller.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever have a person in our lifetime get superpowers from some sort of chemical reaction or falling into some sort of machinery or
ionizing radiation?
What's
or
the
something?
most realistic superpower you think could potentially happen in this world? Like maybe you can see a little further. Making you think whimsical here. I'm sorry.
The question is like, where is the line for what's a superpower?
More
like
than
David Phelps, a superhero because of his body made to be an incredible swimmer.
That's Michael Phelps, but
Oh, did I say David
yeah,
Phelps?
you did.
I don't know.
I
Is
would
that even a guy?
assume you would be enhanced past the point of what's naturally possible.
That would just be like, couldn't you just do that by being the person who took the most of Ozempic?
No, I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about here. Like,
did the
you can
most
see in the
steroids?
dark, or you can,
Hey, what about someone who did the most steroids and is like the most muscly?
That
they're not
is not quite superhero level, I don't think.
Yeah, that's more like your heart's gonna pop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe superheroes die early.
I bet they would.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant was a superhero to me.
Yeah.
And
I think he at record drank like 45 beers in one sitting or something.
That's super.
That's a fucking superpower.
Depending on the kind of beer, I've done that.
And you might have a drinking problem, but we'll get to that after
I've
this
been
episode.
drinking vodka this entire episode.
I keep seeing a vodka bottle
that
coming.
That could be a superpower.
Do you feel like your alcohol consumption is a side effect? It's a way for you to cope with the burden of all this knowledge, all these horrible...
Not even really. Like I just come from a long line of people that drink like fishes. Like,
okay.
I have a great uncle who was drinking like he would drink probably upwards of 10 like mixed cocktails every day of his life into his 80s.
Whoa.
And that's just like, that's baseline just drinking, and then anything that's like an event or an occasion is on top of that.
Really?
Yeah, like
do you think liver cirrhosis is a conspiracy? You ever heard of that?
I think it's just some people metabolize alcohol way better than other people do.
Yeah.
Like my genetics, my genetic background is like a mixture of like, Eastern European on the Jewish side, and then like English on my dad's side. It's like both places that everyone's been drinking a shit ton like since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And I also think that like I genuinely think that my dad's side of the family might have that, whatever the fuck that Ozzy Osbourne gene is that makes you just able to metabolize alcohol like 5 times as well.
Yeah. I think my mom died from liver cirrhosis, but
weak genes.
I don't think it was weak genes. I think she had a incredibly resilient liver, but I found out she was also taking a shitload of Tylenol every day.
Oh, that yeah.
At the same time as drinking,
Tylenol killed her.
Yeah, the Tylenol killed her. The alcohol was
alcohol didn't help. I'm assuming.
Well,
like mixing the two.
Yeah,
like I mean, like taking a shit ton of Tylenol every day just on its own will cause liver failure.
See, so
like,
the 24 beers a day was nothing.
Like honestly, like depending on the amount of Tylenol, like it very likely could have been the Tylenol just on its own would have been doing more damage than, like, taking 8 Tylenol a day is probably worse for your liver than drinking 24 beers a day.
And now can you say, and I'm a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I'm guessing.
I'm trying to show this clip to my wife so she'll let me drink a little bit more. Say, and I'm a doctor. He's not going to say
I think that's actually a crime.
Oh, what, to say you're a doctor? You can't impersonate a doctor?
Literally, you can.
Stolen valor?
No, the crime is called impersonating a doctor.
Oh, really?
What does the crime entail?
I thought this was land of the free. What the fuck? What about Dr. Phil? Wasn't he not a doctor?
No, he was a PhD, first of all, and also he was actually he went to school. Like, Like, just because he has the accent doesn't mean that he wasn't like a psychologist.
Really?
What other jobs can you not say that you are? Is it just veteran and
army man?
Doctor?
So you legally can commit stolen valor for like the army. Everyone hates you and gets mad. You can't impersonate a policeman, a lawyer, or a doctor.
What about a psychologist?
Know about the lawyer one. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Impersonating a lawyer is definitely a crime.
Oh shit.
Verbally?
Wait, what about financial advice? Because we do that a lot.
I mean, are you saying like, yes, I'm a CPA, or like I'm a certified financial advisor?
No.
Then you're not
I'm
impersonating.
an expert.
Like basically claiming to have a terminal degree in certain fields, like CPA, CFA, JD, MD, or being a cop. Claiming, like implying, like falsely implying that you have those, is considered to be impersonation of doctor, lawyer, policeman, stuff like that.
What about if I said I was like a high up in the military, like a general or something?
Unless you were like trying to like
get onto a military base,
and I think really you just be like, I don't actually think stolen valor is a crime. I think they just like get really mad at you.
Snowflakes.
It's more of a faux pas.
Yeah.
Just because I think that like they have to like they don't just like trust you that you're a general. Like I think you have to usually like there's like paperwork and hierarchy and stuff.
Yeah.
Versus if you're just someone who is like, yeah, I'm totally a lawyer. You could just put up ads being like, hey, hire me as your lawyer. And then when you show up to the trial and you're just like, I was under the impression that wasn't illegal. And then the person loses, they're going to be like, hey, what the fuck? You said you were a lawyer.
It's kind of like the show Suits, but that guy.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the whole premise of the whole premise of that show was that he is trying to keep the secret of that he's impersonating a lawyer.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it's not illegal to just say it on a podcast. Like lying on a podcast isn't illegal, right?
I mean,
right?
Not inherently.
Okay.
Like
we're not talking about ethics here. We're talking about legality.
Yeah, but I mean, like, like it depends on what you say. Like, I think
we've said a lot.
Like, it's more that you open yourself up to lawsuits rather than like, if
good thing I'm a lawyer.
Like I don't think the cops are going to come after you, but I think that if you are like, hey, yeah, I'm a doctor, and I say that you should like absolutely be,
yeah.
I don't know, putting your head in the microwave, and then someone does it.
Clip that.
Like, I'm a doctor, and you should absolutely be putting your head in the microwave and turning.
Oh, what you do it for that, but you won't do it for me to drink more? Fuck this guy! What the hell?
He needs this.
That poor person could take you seriously and microwave their head, but you won't vouch so I can get some goddamn beers in the afternoon. Okay. All right.
I could do it for you later.
Okay, thanks.
I'm not going to say that because that isn't an inherently ridiculous concept.
Haven't you heard?
I don't think
satire's dead. Okay, there's going to be someone that's going to put their head in. Of course,
satire and nuance is dead. You can't. You got to beat people over the head with it.
Yeah.
That's why it's
if you break the front of a microwave,
I knew someone who did that. I knew someone
who shut the door.
I knew someone who tore the door off of his microwave and pulled out the little like latch closer shit, and then put it into the latch. The microwave would turn on, and then microwave stuff that way.
Open door.
What does that do to a man?
Yeah. That has to scramble your balls and make them all crazy.
Like what it did was like, first of all, it made all of the power outlets in the house stop working. And I saw that once, and I was just like. And I got away from it, but it was just like you immediately feel like this, like you get like it feels like you're getting microwaved. It's.
Have you seen those
awesome
those crowd control devices that they put on top of APCs where they hit you with microwaves?
The millimeter wave, active denial system.
Yeah, those things are fucking crazy.
The way those work is that they're phase congruent microwaves that go only about like a millimeter, like half a millimeter deep into your skin, and so they do actually cause the surface of your skin to heat up, but it only like it doesn't penetrate deeply enough into it. Like So those things are like the studies on those are kind of biased because like they will absolutely like they can cause real cornea damage.
I
Like
was about
you
to say,
do
what does
not want
that
to
do
get
to
hit
your
with one of those.
eyeballs? Yeah.
Yeah, that would completely fucks up your eyeballs. Like you, but
And what
yeah,
if
like
someone's
those,
just like in a wheelchair and they get blasted by it and they're just like, I can't
I
get
can stand.
out.
that would suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like there's those. Then there's also like because like they use those in Serbia recently.
I saw that they not that one. I did see that they had an audio based one where they made like the sound of a train come
Like
through a
Fables.
crowd.
That was an active denial system. Like
Yeah,
because
but not
it
the
does
heat
make sense.
based one.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same.
Really?
Like audio and like microwaves and audio are like once you get audio up into a high enough frequency range, it just becomes microwave energy.
So like a hot sound, like a sound that would burn
Yeah,
you.
like it's like it feels like you're being crushed.
Okay. So you could
it,
make technically music that could crush a person.
well, I mean, yeah.
That sounds so
Like,
fucking metal.
Have you seen my video on building an LRAD?
No.
I built an LRAD. Yeah.
What's an LRAD? For the
Long
folks
range
at home,
acoustic
I know
device.
what it is. But
A long range acoustic device. It's like a
Okay.
phase congruent ultrasound generator that gets demodulated by the thing that it hits into audible frequency, but it's super directional.
Okay, so you could just like blast someone's hair back from a distance.
Elementary, actually.
Yeah.
So like really, what it is just like you can use like super high SPL ultrasound that because it's ultrasound travels through the air in a way more directional manner and like way more efficiently, and then gets demodulated on someone. So it's like you have like this sound laser.
Okay.
Whoa. I'd love to shoot that in my neighbor's windows.
Yeah, it would work.
Be awesome.
Dude, I actually, someone in my family, their neighbor has put up one of those game, like the game, like the trail cameras where you like take pictures of deer and shit. They put it on a tree facing their driveway just to piss them off. And the person in my family is like, what the hell, dude? My neighbor's like spying on me. And so, you know, making something where you can just like scream into his window from a distance would be kind of awesome. Do you get to kind of determine what the sound is, or do you just do like a frequency?
You can make the sound be anything if you just have like a like because the two ways of doing it are like generally it's done by amplitude modulation, but like if you just have like a amplitude modulator, you can just put in anything and it'll get amplitude modulated by that.
So like
Thank
that.
God, I just picked one of those up. Store.
So like the sound, what's that sound of like the frequency that a woman can do and like make a glass shatter? Could you do that and like bust out a window?
Yeah, so like what that is just whatever the resonant frequency of the glass is.
Okay.
So one of the things I was playing around with that didn't get included in the video because it was cut for time, but what I did was if you just take a audio recorder and you hit the edge of a glass and like ding, and then record that, and then you just loop the sound of the glass resonating, and just amplitude modulate that with like the carrier frequency, which is with the one I built, it was like I think like 18K, but if you just loop that modulated at the carrier frequency for the node placement of the actual ultrasound node points, and just loop the audio of that and get it demodulated onto the thing, it'll just start resonating. Excuse me, like crazy, and then just cause the glass to break.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. Was that part of the video? Did you like break like a windshield from a distance?
Not a windshield. I that was more just like experimenting around after the video was already out. But it wasn't really good enough to make a whole new video.
Yeah.
In terms of actual like evil science devices, the two that I'm working on right now are, I guess 3, because one of them is kind of two of them. One is a gun that shoots you if you get scared. That uses like a brain scanner, and then one that's also repurposing it to be like, and for this, you can mount a real gun in it if you want, but I'm going to be using a paintball gun for the video. One that's like a keyboard that if you play a wrong note in a scale, it'll shoot you with a paintball gun. But the real one that I'm more excited about is gun that shoots you if you get scared of the gun shooting you, which I think is
God.
It'll teach you how to beat a polygraph.
Yeah.
It's like how to beat a polygraph. But then the other one is when I hit 500K, which I'm fairly close to on YouTube, I'm going to I'm going to reveal the Vision Deleter Senior.
And that's,
I don't know if you've seen the other one. Have you seen this is how, for whatever reason, a lot of people originally found my channel. The Vision Deleter Junior is the handheld blinding gun that it puts out, like, it's like a split-second flash of like multiple mega lumens of light.
Oh God!
And I mean, is it
70
worse than like welder's flash?
73 times as bright as a welding arc.
Oh, okay. So like, do your eyelids even save you from that, or?
Your eyelids would save you, but it's just like it's so bright that you can hear it on the radio.
Oh shit!
Christ!
And that's the Junior.
Yeah.
And so what I'm
from, like,
showing off for the
distance does it start to like if you held it up to like a crowd, could you?
No, it wouldn't. Like, this is more of like I originally built it because I was driving around DC a lot, and I built this to use on carjackers.
Okay.
So like someone comes up to the door, like you just press it to your to your side window, and boom.
Yeah.
And the person is just like blinded at very least for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And probably has permanent vision damage in like the actual spot. If it's like if there's nothing in between it, like, window, whatever, it will, like, it probably could like permanently blind someone.
That's insane.
But the thing that I was that I'm showing off for 500K is the thing that I like back when I lived someplace that had like multiple entrances. One of them was just permanently locked, but what it had set up as like a trap for anyone trying to come in there was and you'll see it in the video, but like yeah, it's much bigger.
Okay.
So it will just melt. This new one might just melt your eyes.
It is a little bit of a face melter.
Is that legal to use on someone if
Absolutely
they're threatening
not.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, what if it's self-defense?
It's not even illegal. Like, it's a booby trap. It was just outright illegal. Like, you can't have a face melting booby trap set up, but I don't have it set up anymore.
Booby trap, and you, like, a guy walks up to you and is like, "What's up?" Can you be like, "Go blind, asshole"?
I mean, this is more of like a it's I don't know, mini fridge sized.
Oh,
not really portable.
Go blind, asshole.
I think that would require intent.
Oh, what, for him to do you harm?
Well, no,
for like you to justify,
like, be carrying the mini fridge with you, and have it armed.
Well, I mean,
I'm just transporting.
That's not intent. That's a self-defense weapon. It's a everyday carry.
The everyday carry.
Yeah, you just get like
in your backpack.
What are you, like, Sisyphus?
Yeah. I'm trying to get jacked and defend myself at the same time. Going back to that LRAD thing. No, not the LRAD thing. The thing that shoots sound, whichever one that one was. If you're outside of the zone of impact, like, do you hear it at all, or?
You hear it a little bit, but it's like I'm trying to think of like the best analogy. It's like the way that, like the amount of light that comes into a room from shining a flashlight out of the room.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, because it's only the kind of diffuse reflections. Like,
it's like a siren on an ambulance if you're next to it versus in front of it. Like one street over, you can't really even hear an ambulance, honestly.
But it's like you can still hear something, but it's like, versus it being like, oh shit, this is loud.
Yeah. Okay.
That's probably the closest.
That's pretty cool.
I would load that shit up with screaming.
Yeah.
And send it around the neighborhood. Gunshots and screaming.
Bad apple.
Yeah. It'd be a good torture.
I would just put a fart on it and shoot it into someone else's window. And
yeah, you got anything that can shoot smells?
Yeah, you got like a smell device.
And just resonating the bedroom window of my enemies with caramel dancing every night.
Yeah.
As soon as the cops show up, just turn it off.
Yeah.
They think that they're faking.
You could probably give somebody some, like, mental health issues if you turned it up every
psychic
night.
Damage.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it again, honey. They're doing it again.
I would just find someone that is a conspiracy theorist already. That's like not conspiracies, but maybe into cryptids, maybe aliens or something. And then I would just recreate sounds and that they would assume aliens would make, and just kind of reinforce that, Then I would put that giant eyeball deleter on a drone, and when they would look up and see, oh, it's a UFO, ding, hit them with the neuralizer, fuck up their eyeballs. And then me and Poob would walk around in our black suits, like we're the Men in Black, and be like, "Did you see anything outside your window?"
Yeah, I did. And then
and then we hit him again with it.
Intimidate him. Yeah.
We're going to keep coming back and deleting your fucking corneas until you say, no, you didn't see anything. Because the neuralizer doesn't work, actually.
That'd be a great YouTube prank.
Be like, damn, bitch, you're too stupid to neuralize.
This is completely ruining someone's eyeball.
Still and look in the mini fridge.
I feel like that would sunburn them in an instant. Does it do like skin damage?
It would completely sunburn you.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is if you turn
tanning.
I was about to say turn it to 50%, it could be a quick tan.
Yeah. There's no way to turn it down. It's one strength. Because it uses zirconium wool in an atmosphere of pure oxygen.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like it
can it explode?
It basically does explode, but it's like a ultra mega. So here's what it is, right? It is a really shiny polished wok. Like like a wok pan, polished to a mirror shine, and then basically like a mega flashbang, and then the DLP, like the Fresnel lens from a DLP TV, like basically like a magnifier.
Okay. Wait, that's how you pronounce that? Fresnel?
Yeah, so it looks like Fresnel lens.
Yeah, that's Fresnel. How I've always said it, and then it turns out I'm an idiot. What I was saying was, and then inside there is, you have like a space full of oxygen, or?
So what I'm using is just multiple, like basically I just have like a network of bridged, Type 50 flash bulbs, which were like they're the only thing they're really currently used for is cave photography.
Okay.
Like for going into a cave underground and being able to light up the entire inside of the cave.
Are these single-use flash bulbs, like the old-timey flashes?
Yeah, like these were ones that what they were originally designed for was nighttime aerial photography.
That's badass.
So like these are flash bulbs that they would mount on a plane and it would light up the ground from the plane.
Okay.
So like the size of like a football.
Oh shit! Awesome. Okay, so they're big. Big.
They're big.
Okay. So what if the guy that that's carjacking you blinks right when you hit him with the eye deleter, and then
it lasts longer than a blink.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It's like a. Whoo.
That's badass.
That's so scary. Yeah. You should get one of those like Deadliest Warrior, the little like human bodies where they have the anatomy, and shoot it with that stuff, and it probably wouldn't even do anything, but then you can describe and if this were a person, his eyes would melt out of his head and he'd go blind forever.
But also like it's not as much use to me now because I just went through the process of getting a CCW, so now I just like have a gun with me.
Yeah,
because I live.
But it's cooler to use like your own science, you know.
But also I think that that would technically fall under like I know it's so I don't know if it's definitely against the Geneva Conventions, but because it's not taking place during wartime, and like I didn't sign it, but it is if it was being done during war, it would be a war crime. So I don't think that's going to look great.
Yeah,
you should just make sure to carry one of those flash bulbs. Just in case.
Just like, I feel like that would be...
a bandolier of them.
Prosecuted as, like, malicious blinding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's that sounds better than being guilty of murder.
Yeah, but it's like, if you wouldn't be guilty of murder, you'd be acquitted for self-defense. But if you blind them, it's like, well, who's doing that? Who carries their self-defense blinding gun?
So, someone's scared.
It would be a hell of a case.
Someone scared of being seen.
Yeah. I don't want to shoot anybody. I have my only gun shoots me if I get scared of it. So I've got my.
I'm just imagining someone like, pulling that out because they didn't want to be seen. It's like someone sees them, and then it just a smash cut to them talking to the cops. It's like, oh yeah, it's the last thing I can remember seeing is what this guy looked like. It's burned in my mind.
I saw you made a video on like 3D printed guns.
Yes.
And then you talk about like how much each one costs and stuff. And I just feel like, I mean, at least here in America, I mean, like what's the incentive to making a 3D printed gun when I feel like you could just get a cheaper actual gun? There's like more guns than people here.
So it's a mixture of, it's definitely still, for a lot of things, the cheapest way to get a gun is to 3D print it. Some people live in communistic dystopias, like the East Coast and California, and Chicago, that are trying to prevent people from having guns. So that's useful for them. Also, it's mostly it's fun. It's cool.
Yeah, I can see it as like a hobby, but there's like a lot of like stink around it about it being used for like criminal purposes. And I'm like, I feel like there's fucking guns everywhere. Well, I live in Florida, so it's, like everybody I know has like 5 guns.
Yeah, and it, like, the amount of crime, like, I was actually talking to, I forget who said, you know what it was? It was Chairman Juan on Twitter, said something along the lines of, 3D printed gun crime is such a non-issue that, like, I am personally responsible for the design of every like gun that has ever been used to 3D print, like every 3D printed gun that's ever been used to murder someone.
Yeah,
like where it's because it's like the answer is like 2. It was Luigi and then like one other guy, and like so it's like
Oh wait, Luigi's gun was 3D printed?
Yeah, that was.
My other thing that I was gonna say was like if I was planning some sort of attack utilizing a gun, I'd be so scared about the viability of a 3D printed gun. I feel like it would just disassemble in my hands when I went to go fire it, especially if my dumbass put it together.
Like building 3D printed guns. So I'll just put it this way. Like, I think 3D printed guns are the type of gun that is statistically least likely to be used for the crime, because anyone smart enough to successfully 3D print a gun isn't stupid enough to go be robbing people with it.
Yeah.
Like,
are most 3D printed guns like they just are they made to be like an exact replica of a real existing gun, or do people usually get creative with them?
Kind of half and half. It's like usually what's 3D printed is there's people 3D print frames and receivers. So like there's a couple of designs for like 3D printed AR lowers, for example. Voice crack, but because that's the only part of the of an AR that's actually serialized. That's you can just buy everything except for a lower from PSA and just have it shipped to your door. Okay. And then if you just 3D print the lower, boom, you have a gun. Same with like with a Glock, where it's you can buy a Glock slide on eBay. You can buy a Glock parts kit on eBay. The only thing that you can't buy on eBay is the part of the Glock that requires you to do a 4473, which is the plastic frame.
But are people making like Halo pistols that are actually firing with them, or?
I mean, like people are making stuff that look like it, but usually it's usually most of the stuff that so is this going on YouTube? I don't know if I should be showing off. Can I show off guns on here?
Sure. Or, I don't know.
I don't care. I mean,
I have no idea. As long as you're not like brandishing it, in a like I'm gonna kill you way. I think it's fine.
As long as you don't try to suck any bullets out of the barrel, I think you should be all right.
I'll show clear. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If we're doing this, oops. Whoa. Yeah, flintlock pistol, not 3D printed. This is how you make a real gun with wood.
Yeah. Okay. Show them the engravings on the barrel. I'd like to see your 3D printed
Can't really
guns
see.
look
Yeah,
like that.
do that.
Any gun that has a barrel that then is fluted out towards the end like a fucking blunderbuss, that's cool.
I mean, like we've been doing gun safety on the trigger. It's a completely non-firing gun that I'd have to load up with fucking gunpowder in a little ball.
Yeah, you're actually extra safe because you told me that you keep the packing, the gunpowder, and the bullets and the pistol all in different rooms of the house, and then the ramrod is in a safe. So
yeah,
it's a 25-minute process in order to load it. So
just to get the parts.
Yeah, so safe of you.
All right, so like this right here.
And that's 3D printed.
Slide back. Yeah, this is 3D printed. It's
Very
and
cool.
actually, this is. Let me bring this up to the lens real quick.
Oh yeah, you can see it in the handle. Little layers.
Yeah, and this lighting is terrible.
Oh yeah.
But this is fuck.
And now you look like a guy that has 3D printed guns, fully like blurred,
fully out of focus.
Yeah, out of focus. Don't show who I am.
God damn it. But you know, I'm living in Virginia now, so it's thankfully not a big deal. But yeah, like this, what this is made out of is like polyphthalamide carbon fiber. So this is actually made out of a stronger plastic than an actual Glock frame is.
Oh,
and I've got like probably, this is a relatively recent print, but I've got probably 1,000 rounds through this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's honestly, that was gonna be my next question. Was like, how viable are they? Like, how durable are they over the long period? Like,
for like, it depends a lot on the type of plastic you print them out of. It depends a lot on how good you are at printing them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, it's, I think, like, and also like the part that you're like replacing, because with Glocks, they're already a polymer pistol. Like Glocks are made out of Zytel, which is like carbon fiber reinforced nylon or glass fiber reinforced nylon.
Yeah.
If you're just 3D printing glass fiber reinforced nylon, or in this case, glass fiber reinforced polyphthalamide, there's not really any reason why replacing a plastic piece with a different plastic piece is going to meaningfully impact the longevity of it.
Gotcha. And do you know how like Glock manufactures their pieces?
So what Glock
like
does is
molded or something?
Yeah, so Glock is Glock is injection molded, versus one of the issues is layer adhesion with 3D prints or like anything FDM. But with this, like, there's a special filament that's being used that is got like basically it has a sheath of non-carbon fiber reinforced plastic around the carbon fiber reinforced inner. I've got, God damn it! Sorry, I've got all this crap that's caught on my chair, so I can't turn it. But with this, like, basically, it causes to have much better layer adhesion. These are like, if you anneal it, like, I don't want to just sit here and bore everyone with like nitty gritty details on stuff like that, but yeah, like, for certain designs, they have, with the correct filament, pretty much unlimited longevity.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Same with I also have like a AR lower that works great.
Have you seen that movie plastic. Munich?
The one about like the hostage negotiations?
Yes. The little guns that they use in that movie, I feel like if I was to, when you think like 3D printed guns, I think like weird, like espionage, like little secret pistols that are used like once.
Yeah.
They have those awesome tube guns that they like loaded and like hit the back of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I always like that scene stands out to me, mostly because you see some boobs in it like 2 seconds later. But that
Munich, he said.
Yeah, Munich, write that down. There's boobs in that movie. Okay. Pretty hot.
Real cheerful movie.
Yeah. The first time I sat through it, I was like, yeah, it's a dull watch at first, but I really did enjoy it. It's just weird that people have all this opportunity, like Poob said, to make fantastical, awesome weapons, and then they do just kind of end up making Glocks.
Glock.
Yeah, a Glock.
I mean, it's because they work better. There's plenty of designs for. I keep getting bothered by this fucking.
If it makes you feel any better, I think we've determined that about 98% of our viewership are long haul truckers, and they just listen; they don't watch. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there are now like fully print in place designs for 22, where like it's like the kind of thing where you just drag and drop the file onto the printer, it prints it, and then you just put 22 rounds into it and can fire them.
Okay. Do they have any that are like strapped to your wrist and you can shoot it like Spider-Man or something, or like like a Mega Man gun?
I mean, you could make one.
We need to start designing.
Yeah, r/Fosscat on Reddit.
What about something where you load in like 15 22 rounds and it shoots them all at the same time, like a shotgun?
Oh, like that thing that they have those for. They're basically like 40 millimeter grenades that go into a 40 millimeter grenade launcher, but you just fill them up with 22 and it just.
Yeah. I think people need to
probably
reinvent
could. You actually probably could print one of those.
What about one where you can load up like silverware or a pen or anything in your house and it shoots it out?
It sounds like you're talking about the Rock It launcher from Fallout 3.
That's exactly what he's talking about.
But I'm talking smaller.
Like a small fork and a small
like
junk
children.
that you put down.
Like if I couldn't fit a soda can in it, but I could fit like.
The problem is that would need to be like you'd need to be launching them mechanically instead of with pressure.
What game is that where they load in like, or maybe it's a movie or something, I don't remember, but you can put like a fork in or something, it'll heat it up and shape it into a bullet, then shoot it out. That's cool.
I have no idea what the hell it is.
Some sort of gun that forges bullets out of scrap metal.
I mean, there's Fallout 3, there's the gun that just lets you shoot forks and like paperweights and crap.
Yeah, and that's a cool gun in that game, and
I did a playthrough that was basically as soon as I was able to craft that, I used nothing else for the entire game just because it was fun.
Yeah,
it's a good weapon,
dude. The one that's made out of like a toy car and it shoots like little darts.
The dart gun, yeah.
Yeah, that
also the shish kebab.
Yeah.
The shish kebab fucking ruled. The flaming sword.
That's a sword?
Yeah,
the sword that's on fire.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good, interesting weapons in those games.
Yeah, I've always been interested in. I think that guy I Did a Thing made a video on this, but I think it's the rocket sledge. It's Sledgehammer, and then it has an actual rocket on the back, so you can enhance the swing. That kind of stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff is pretty badass. Knowing my luck, I would go to swing, and then it would keep going and fucking hit me in the back of the head and fully kill me. But
yeah, I wound up like damn near destroying a bathroom. Like with my. Okay, let me finish I was doing a video on my quote unquote overclocked coffee maker. That I just replaced the actual drip coffee mechanism with a rocket engine that was way too fucking big. Because I thought it would be really funny to just have it shoot out fire into the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was I put in a rocket engine that was so powerful that it just like tore the coffee maker itself out of the mounting system I had and just started like crashing around the shower stall. And like the entire upstairs of the house filled with smoke. Like one of the loudest things I've ever heard, because like I used the largest rocket engine that you could buy without a license, which was a mistake.
Do you think puts you on a list when you go, hey, what's the largest rocket I can buy without a license? Do you think that puts you on something?
I don't think
I'd like some 3D.
I don't think there's any way for me to get put on a list anymore. Like I think I'm just on the lists.
Okay.
Do you think if you associate with people, they get put on lists?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So, like, hypothetically, if you like had a podcast and then you invited someone that's on a list.
No, like, for real, like, there is a chance that you two might be on lists you weren't previously from this episode.
Okay.
But I mean,
the
just
intimidation.
don't do any terrorism, and you'll be fine.
That's really gonna bite into my plans. Yeah. My schemes and my plans. What, I'm supposed to not get an Igor now? Not do nefarious schemes and plots and stuff?
Well, there goes my mad science.
Yeah, okay.
I guess they didn't say anything about that. Just,
don't terrorize other people with it.
Yeah. Or at the very least, do it for them, not,
What's the point of evil
China.
Science if it doesn't create terror? Yeah.
Well, just create terror for the U.S. instead of for foreign powers.
My Igor's got a mullet. He's in little overalls. Ain't that cute?
Yeah.
Sing the song, Igor.
It's like Dr. Frankenstein making Frankenstein just to hang out with him.
Bubbacore.
No.
I pledge allegiance. That'd be awesome. A little patriot. That's what we need more of. Little patriot. Igor.
Dolale Lulelo.
Yeah. Go get my Bible, Igor. That would be sweet.
Igor, it's time for Bible study.
Igor, come get your whooping stick.
Yes, master. Yeah.
Oh, master.
He'd be so pissed. Igor does not like the Bible.
Burns him.
Yeah. Well,
can't walk on it like cats
read.
with the Quran.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for coming on. Do you have any? You want to plug your channel?
Yeah. So my YouTube channel is Flesh Simulator. You can find me basically everywhere that I'm on, which is mostly YouTube, Instagram, and unfortunately Twitter. If you want to come get mad at me there, at Flesh Simulator. And then I have a podcast that was recently started, and I actually probably am going to have to do an episode of that later today, called Gladiodrome, which you can look up on YouTube.
That's a cool
Gladiodrome. Gladiodrome. Like the movie Videodrome combined with Operation Gladio. Yeah. Thank you for having me on, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
I noticed you're not on TikTok. What happened to that?
TikTok, so I think I do still technically have a TikTok account. TikTok shadow banned me. I actually did a video on that, like why I'm just not posting on TikTok anymore. And part of it was that I kind of a little bit, did a full breakdown of how people like scam TikTok and how to scam TikTok. And also I explained a bunch of stuff about Building 7 with 9/11 on TikTok. And also I was telling everyone about how TikTok was going to get banned because I was reading all the laws that got passed, and also how it steals your data for basically I also a bunch of Epstein stuff. Also I kept drinking and smoking and showing off guns and energy weapon type stuff on TikTok Live, and
you broke your recency rule.
You
went past 1998 and you went into.
Oh yes.
Once you bring up 9/11, that's past the point. That's where you probably got shadow banned.
TikTok didn't like that. I did a whole video on YouTube on 9/11, but which is I'm surprised I got away with that one. But yeah,
shadow ban for that kind of stuff. I got shadow banned on Twitter for making a 9/11 post. It's crazy. Yeah. They do you. Yeah. I didn't even show an energy weapon or anything.
Yeah. But yeah, no, my TikTok has been locked at 314,500 followers for the last 9 months.
Ooh.
And it's just because you just see the growth, and it just hits this complete horizontal wall of just I have been trapped at the exact same rate. And I did an experiment for the video where I posted the same identical TikTok on one of them on a completely fresh account with no followers, and then one of them on my account with 300,000 followers. And the one on a completely fresh account got 90,000 views in 24 hours, and then the one on my 314,000 follower account got 800. So yeah, the platform just had it out for me. So
they get you locked up.
Yeah.
And also I'm just focusing on long form video stuff now.
Yeah. It is. It feels a lot better making a long form video than a short one.
It feels less like you're a clown.
Yes, and more like a filmmaker.
Nothing wrong being a e-clown,
but not a clown, more like a dancing monkey.
Yeah,
I like to think of myself as an e-busker.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the term cyberbusker would be a good term for a streamer.
Cyberbusker is a good one
Yeah,
too.
that is-
E-busker though, it also kind of is also
sounds
good.
like the name of a
It
cartoon.
makes it
mouse.
sound like you're showing off your e-bussy.
That's true. Well, cyberbusker, I felt like kind of gave you sort of like a futuristic vibe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cyberbusker e-clown.
Yeah.
like anything that has cyber in it sounds cool. Cybercrime, sounds way cooler. Cyber sex sounds cooler. Like it sounds like you've got like attachments and stuff.
It definitely sounds a lot less sad because the reality
than like e-sex.
Yeah. Whereas same thing with cyberbusking, it sounds way cooler than actually just being a streamer.
Yeah.
But that kind of makes me think I'm playing like an electric flute or something, but
yeah.
a keytar.
Yeah, that's cooler.
Yeah.
Synthesizers.
Yeah. I guess it's cooler than a regular
flute. Yeah. Who the fuck plays a regular flute? Jethro Tull? Like,
okay, dude, you are not going to have the very end of this podcast be slander against Jethro Tull. Okay.
No, I like Jethro Tull, but like, my favorite part of it isn't the flute.
Okay.
I just tried to buy a flute the other day. Didn't work.
Like, honestly, I would say kind of my least favorite part of Jethro Tull is the flute. Like, I like the, guitars and vocals.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm going to put this away now. I was going to play it for you, but.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
Wait, actually, I want to hear this. Also, that's a recorder, not a flute.
Yeah, no, I was kidding. I actually can't even play it.
Yeah. I just found mine yesterday from my old days of playing it all the time. And I played it for my girlfriend. And she was like, what in the fuck? Like, you're kind of like playing that recorder.
Yeah.
She's like, how do you know that? I'm like, I used to just play it a lot on stream. And now I'm unironically like really good at recorder.
Yeah.
But the dogs go fucking
they
crazy
do not like
when you play. It's like the reverse snake whisperer.
Yeah.
It sends them into a frenzy.
Yeah, I cannot imagine dogs would like any wind instrument, really.
Yeah. You should try out that sound gun you have on a dog. Get back to us.
I bet the dog would kill me.
Yeah, that's when you pull out the eye blasting device. Try that out, make that a TikTok, see if they shadow ban you on that new account.
Oh,
check it out, guys. We're torturing dogs.
Yeah.
Like they really only need their sense of smell. I had a deaf and blind dog that could still get around. You got a great sense of smell.
How did it get deafened and blinded?
You need to work on a smell device that completely blasts someone's nose until it's completely unusable.
Destroys the olfactory.
Yeah.
All right, for my next video, turning a dog into Johnny from Johnny Got His Gun.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to turn a dog into like Terry Schiavo with enough.
Yeah,
with
giving
enough
a dog
sensory
locked
overload.
in syndrome.
Who are these people you guys are talking about? God.
Giving a dog locked in syndrome, and it's just like thumbnail face.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.
I had a great time.